Hi guys, welcome to today's video, and here we are today answering a question: is the 1DX now the best sub £500 camera that you can buy? Now, I went on MPB as I usually do, just to do a little bit of window shopping to sort of see what deals are available and what price trends are doing, and I saw you can now get a 1DX for as low, to be honest, as £400 if you're willing to go for a heavy used one like mine with 500,000 shutters on it, or you can go for something around 250,000 shutters for less than £500 now, which to me is absolutely incredible and seems absolutely mind-boggling. And today what I'm going to do is show you some of the photos I've taken with my 1DX over the years, and then explain to you why I think if you're looking for a camera that sort of range, then 100% this is the way to go. So let's get into those images right now. Okay, so the first image I have here is of a male lion called Bailey. He is, as you can see, in the perfect position to get a photo, a nice portrait photo of him. He's an old boy now, getting on for 20, and I've got him right in the eyes looking at me. This is with the 300mm 2.8, so it's super sharp image. You can see all the scratches and scars on his nose and just super detail. Now this is shot in the winter in the UK, so the light is a little bit darker, a little bit more blue, and that's why the image itself is darker, but you need to look at the focusing and say the details on all of his mane there, all the individual hairs and everything, just so sharp, and just the way the camera is processing all those imagery and the colours is just absolutely perfect on this image. Next animal here is a binturong. Again, striking a bit of a pose here. Very unusual animal, almost like I think it's the nickname's a bear cat. But again, this is with the 500mm, eyes on focus here. Really, again, nice and sharp. Colours are really nice. Again, shot in the winter, so the photos are a little bit darker, but really nice processed image by the camera. Great detail, the whiskers especially, I really love those. It's nice. You can see how it's got a slightly wet nose and everything like that, and just a really nice photo from the camera. Next image here, this I can tell it's winter because it's snow, but this is taken on the 300mm. Coming towards me here, this leopard, perfectly balancing on this little tiny rock wall, snow either side, and just nice bit of light coming through from above just to brighten him up a little bit here. But the only thing that can make this one better is obviously if he was looking at me, but still I think this image works really nicely as he's coming through the bush there and walking along that tightrope. Colours are nice, you've got the contrast of the whites with his fur there, and again the greens there, nicely detailed, and just a really nice sharp colourful image. Okay, and I've given you a bonus image, and you usually only do 3, but this is one I love, taken on the 70-200 just to give you a variance of different lenses. This is of a tiger cub from London Zoo, in fact, sorry, and he was taking a nap, just lying there, and he just opened his eyes for this brief second so I could get some photos, and the detail on the eye and the fur around there is absolutely amazing. I shot at 2.8, and the detail of the eye onto the nose, all in focus. There's little furs and everything there. It's great detail. The nose is in focus too, and then shooting at 2.8. All the whiskers and stuff are slightly out of focus, but the colours and the quality of the image, especially in that eye, I love looking at the eye on this photo. There's all the different colours and the detail in there, just great, and that's all just down to the amazing processing of this camera. So those are the images that I've taken, say, over the years. This was my main camera for 5 years, all the way up until last year, and that is some of my favourite photos I took with this camera, in combination with various different lenses like the 300mm f2.8, 200-400, the 500mm lenses like that. So they are taken with a pro level glass, but they are still a representation of what images you can get from this camera. Now, for the money, if you want to buy a absolutely bomb-proof camera, you cannot go wrong with a 1D series camera anyway, but let alone with the speed, the image quality, the fact it's full frame, everything you get from this camera for that money now is unbelievable. It boggles my mind sometimes that you can now get this good a technology for that price, and you shouldn't even sort of question it if you are in the market for a pro body camera that can do anything you need to. This can shoot amazing in low light, so if you're sort of even like a wedding photographer, or you were a sports photographer and you shoot a lot of indoor sports as well, this camera is going to do you absolutely amazingly at that, combined with a nice fast lens. Even with the slow lenses, so like I used to use this when I first started back photography with a 300mm f4, and had no issues getting good images with that combination either. It's super sharp. The way the camera processes these colours and everything is just absolutely incredible. It works really well. You've got dual compact flash cards in the back on here, so these aren't that expensive anymore to get hold of. You're shooting 18 megapixels, which, unless you need to blow it up the size of a billboard, or unless you really want to crop in massively, you're never going to find an issue with that image. And because it is lower megapixels, that's why it's a little bit better at that low light performance. You got a massive battery in here. It comes with the pro batteries on that. Those last for me 5,000 photos. I found when I've been using it, so you can go away for a couple of days with one battery need be and have no problems at all. Obviously if you go in colder environments, take a second battery. But just the build quality as well alone, like this thing has been thrown around, battered, dropped, used in the worst conditions possible. I've used this in torrential rain, taking photos of motorsport, taking photos of wildlife, and never had a problem. It's never put a foot wrong for me, this camera. And say this is a 580,000 shutters now, so it's past its used by, technically by Canon, it's 400,000 the shutters meant to last on one of these cameras. We're almost another half onto that, and it just works every time I pick it up. I know where everything is, and you point, shoot, get a sharp photo. The only thing to be aware of on these is if you're going to buy a second-hand one, try and make sure you get one that looks like it's been well looked after, hasn't got all the scratches, dents and stuff on there, has the original box potentially. It shows the owner cared about it a little bit more before they sold it. Also, be very wary because you cannot get these serviced by Canon anymore, so you do need to go via a third party. People do service these, you just need to go looking to find them. People have stock of the shutters, and to be honest with you, and now the fact you can get one for like £400–500. The shutters, last time I got a quote for a shutter replacing this, it was about £250. So you're almost halfway to buying another one anyway, let's be honest at this point. And you could just keep this one for spare parts, I guess, or a little display piece or something. But I've never had a problem with it, so I've gone well over that recommended shutter, and I'm never scared about taking out and knowing that I'm going to get good imagery. I don't ever worry about it. I have dropped it, never on purpose, but it has been dropped, and I pick it up and it's always worked for me, never put a foot wrong. I've used third-party batteries in here, never had a problem personally. I do have the original Canon battery as well, because you cannot buy the original ones anymore, but Duracell make a battery for this for about £90, so you can get replacement batteries for it. And I say it's worked with a variety of lenses that I've got and had no problems at all, even sort of really cheap ones when I was first starting out again, up until now when I've got the pro body lenses and all that sort of stuff. I just cannot get over sort of getting across that if you're looking for a sports or wildlife camera and you want the best bang for your buck at £500, you cannot get better than this. You can go out and buy a 7D Mark 1, I think they're $250 now ish, 7D Mark 3 $650. In between, get the pro body, you've got your built-in grip, massive battery life, dual compact flash cards, shoots amazing raw imagery, great colours, and you cannot go wrong. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please continue to subscribe as you guys are. We're building up the channel very nicely. Comment down below what your thoughts are on the 1DX. I know a fair few of you do have this camera. Let everyone know your opinions on the camera in the comments to help other people make the decision if they want to buy one or not. And if you enjoyed the content, say subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any further content that comes through, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks as always. Goodbye.